Hi guys, here's an update on what happened at the Maya versus John Hopkins trial. Now, today the defense continued on with their witnesses, and let me tell you, it was a crazy day. Now, I felt like it started off kind of weak because they called the first witness, Charlotte Lecourt, who was a case manager for the Kowalskis and for DCF. Now, DCF is the Department Children Facilities. Now, that's who the hospital would get a hold of before getting a hold of CPS, and that's what they kind of go through steps. Now, she claims that wasn't Beata on the phone call that had been interrupting the calls with Maya, and everybody who's heard the tapes has said that's Beata. Now, it's kind of confusing because she says, oh, that's me, but again, you can't really tell, I guess, because Beata speaks a little bit more louder, and she kind of projects her voice up a little bit so you can hear her quite clearly, where this lady, although has an accent like Beata, speaks in a very softer tone, so it's really kind of difficult to tell which is which on the tape. So we're kind of in a who's, and I know voice analyst, and I have to say that in my personal opinion, I think it's Kathy Beatty, because again, Maya was with that woman every single day almost, and she knows who that woman sounds like. So I don't think Maya would be making that mistake. So I guess I just have to wait and see if anybody can come up with an answer for that one. Now, they also ended up calling a woman named Tori Nias, who was a Save Children's Coalition. Now, she supervised Maya's brother and father whenever they came to visit her. Now, before they would actually come to visit her, she would have to check out the rooms and stuff, and she would go through everything, just looking at everything that wouldn't be harmful to the child. She even had to go through Maya's fridge and pull out stuff that she felt would be harmful to the child. Now, they also said that, she had also intercepted the letters that Maya's mom would write to her and that Maya would send to her mom. Now, they did end up getting the letters, but, it was just, everything was just so difficult for Beata to do, and, Maya just really wanted to talk to her mother, and this was just getting ridiculous, all the rules, but Beata did it, and she eventually just kind of went with the flow, but, we all know what happened next. But, I do have to say that Maya's attorney, Mr. Anderson, today was on fire. I'm not kidding. He took that defense and just buried them. He laid into this woman and just okay, are you an expert in CRPS? Well, no. And he's like, okay, so you sat here and said that, she was sitting crisscross applesauce and having a fun time and, all this other stuff. Don't you know that patients who suffer from CRPS tend to sit, crisscross applesauce because it relieves some of the pain in them and they can get a tiny break? No. And it's so you don't have any sort of medical or anything to decide whether she was faking or not. No, I only went by what I saw, and that's all I observed of her, and this is what I saw, so that's what I jotted down. And he's like, no, so you don't know. And she's just like, well, this is what I jotted down, this is what I saw. And he basically just destroyed that with his testimony. I mean, it was just, again, he was just on fire. He came to work today. He knew the assignment. Now, there's a lot of things that she couldn't remember or that she couldn't recall, and it's like, what? Okay, that's fine. You can remember other things, but you can't remember if you actually, wrote something down, or you may have saw something. No? Okay. Well, now they also talked to a woman named Dr. Laura Bayer, who was an MD and she had taped a disposition. Now, this lady had just recently passed away, and she was the one who had called the abusive hotline because she thought that, Beata was abusing her daughter. So that's the hotline that she called. So she kind of started all this. Again, Beata was not mentally abusing her daughter, and she did not have Munchausen by proxy syndrome. That was a complete lie by the hospital and everyone else who determined that it was a complete lie. Now, they also talked to a lady named Bonnie Rice, who was a nurse practitioner, and she said that she had, Maya was in another hospital, and she was talking about how, she knew Beata and how Maya was, doing really well, and was just, again, a happy little girl, very sweet little girl. She would get, kind of tense up and everything when people would try to examine her, and then she would be, all kinds of happy and everything when her mom wasn't around. But when her mother was around, she'd get all tense and start complaining. Now, again, she's 9 years old. What 9-year-old isn't going to complain about being in the hospital? Again, why would you think this child would want to stay in a hospital away from her family and not speak to her mother but only through the phone? Whoa, seriously? Yeah. So again, it was just a lot of hearsay. She had no proof of it, and a lot of it was just her own observations. So I don't really find her too credible, other than she did, say, Maya was in a lot of pain. She could tell, and she thought it was all, again, psychological. It's like, again, what 10-year-old is going to sit there and want to stay at a hospital and to pretend to have some sort of disease that, what did you think she did? She looked it up on the internet and thought, I know what'll be fun. Let me fake having CRPS. Yeah, that'll be fun, right? Right. Okay. Now, like I said, Mr. Anderson was on point today, and the jury asked a ton of smart questions. They woke up and they were listening. So it was pretty much a good day. Now, tomorrow there is no jury. They are going to be doing jury instructions with the lawyers. So it's no court, but court will resume back on Thursday with more witnesses to come. So they're still not done with the defense yet, but they will be. But it was a big win for the plaintiff today. Like I said, it was a great side seeing, Maya's attorney, Mr. Anderson, do cross, and he is killer in cross. Ooh, did I say that? Sorry, I meant he just, again, buried John Hopkins in the water. So, I can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm going to be going live tonight from 8 to 10. So if you guys want to join me, and I will be doing true crime stories. So if you like true crime, again, please come and join me. And I will talk to you guys later tonight. Okay, bye. I think I should do this look. No, be too hard to try to. Okay, bye.